Just outside of Tokyo in Saitama Prefecture is Kawagoe, or Little Edo, and every October for one weekend they hold their famous Kawagoe Hikawa festival. The festival keeps alive a hundreds of years old tradition featuring elaborate wooden floats.
The festival begins with preparations across Kawagoe. At the Kawagoe Matsuri Museum, you can explore the history, art, and traditions involved in the festival.
The first thing you will notice is the amount of preparation the town undergoes to get everything ready. First, musicians get together and practice hayashi, or the traditional music performed with traditional flutes and drums that accompanies each float.
Next, the ropes to pull the floats are made. After that, assembly of the floats begins. Once the floats have been assembled, the city begins decorating for the festival, hanging the iconic red and white striped festival banners all across town.
Next in the preparation is putting the dolls onto the floats, with each neighborhood having their own special historical or legendary figure riding atop for all to see.
Afterward, the kaisho is set up, which is a place where you can meet the gods during the festival. Once it's set up, the kaisho opens for visitors to pay their respects.
The final step before things begin is the women and girls getting dressed up in their kimono and yukata to take part in the parade.
Lastly, the kiari, or chant, signals the floats to be pulled, officially putting things into motion.
A typical float procession is made up of many different parts. In the front is the director, who signals stopping and going with his hyoshigi, or wooden clappers.
Next is a group of women and girls wearing kimono and yukata known as tekomai, usually carrying walking staves.
Behind them are the members of the community, pulling 30 to 40 meters of rope to help move the floats along the path.
After them comes the leader of the steeplejacks, who also has his own hyoshigi to signal movement of his own workers. Those workers come next, and they are the steeplejacks. The steeplejacks help keep the floats moving straight and put on the brakes when it needs to stay in place.
Lastly, there are the guards in the back, bringing up the rear with their lanterns. All in all, anywhere from 100 to 200 people help parade each float around town.
The performers sit on the platform of the float, playing music and occasionally switching out performers when the float comes to a stop.
On the day of the parade, there is an opening ceremony at Hikawa Shrine, where notable dignitaries are recognized and the festivities begin with a procession that escorts the festival's princess. As well as a fox spirit in his accompanying hayashi, a famous sight during the festival.
During the 2-day extravaganza, you can partake in all manner of traditional Japanese festival foods, such as grilled meats, chocolate bananas, yakisoba, and flattened gyoza.
There are also international foods available at various stalls.
Peppered between the food vendors are game stalls where you can test your luck or try to catch a goldfish with a paper net.
The main draw are the battles between the floats, or Hikkawase. At the main intersection of Chuodori and Kurozukuri Machi, floats will meet after dark to face off against one another.
The volunteers help by carrying lanterns and rush to the center area between the two floats and trade turns, giving off boisterous cheers for their neighborhood's float.
While there is no winner and no risk of defeat, the pure spectacle and enthusiasm really gets the crowds excited.
While there was no festival in 2020 due to the COVID-19 outbreak, thankfully, we took video the previous 2 years to help capture and share the magic with everyone who could not experience it this year.
With that, we give our wooden clappers one final slap together and head on our way. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you at the next stop. Thank you very much for joining. If you liked what you saw, give this video a thumbs up and share it with one diligent steeplejack in your life. Thank you so much. Peace.